7 years ago, this mansion destroyed my family. Tonight, I'm going back. I have to know why. It all started with a simple family photo. A happy memory twisted into a nightmare. A face blurred out by something unnatural. This amulet is all I have left of that time. A strange inheritance from my grandmother. They said she was obsessed, that she lost her mind in that house. I need to know the truth. My friends think I'm crazy. But they agreed to come. Sona, Faria, Kamran. They don't understand what this place is. Do you really think this place is cursed? Zona asked, her voice shaking a little. I just looked at her. I know it is. Just then, the engine died. The jeep just stopped. Kamran sounded more confused than scared. We were miles from anything, surrounded by a thick, suffocating fog. A scream, distant and chilling, echoed through the trees. Fariha grabbed my arm. Something's watching us. There it was. The mansion loomed over us like a tombstone against the moonlit sky. Rotting vines clung to its sides, and the windows stared out like empty eye sockets. As we approached, the massive front door groaned, open on its own. A silent, menacing invitation. I don't want to go in, Fariha whispered. I gripped the amulet in my pocket. We don't have a choice. The air grew heavy, electric. This place feels alive, Zona said, and she was right. Inside, the grand hall was a scene of decay and chaos. Dust hung in the air like a shroud, and every portrait on the walls had been turned upside down. Who turned all these upside down? Cameron asked, pulling out his camera. Asahi Medit. The screen glitched wildly. That's when we saw it. Did that portrait just look at us? Zona's voice was a terrified squeak. The eyes of a woman in one of the paintings had shifted, following our every move. I felt a cold dread creep up my spine. Don't touch anything. A faint, dragging sound drew us toward a door at the end of the hall. It led to the basement. The air coming from the darkness was stale and smelled of earth and something else. Something metallic. That's not human, Fariha whispered, pointing to the stairs. Fresh, wet footprints were appearing out of nowhere, leading down into the pitch black. Each step materialized one by one, as if an invisible creature was descending right in front of us. It's calling us. Against our better judgment, we followed the sound. The basement was a nightmare. A message was scrolled on the far wall in what looked like dried blood. Leave. Or witness what I saw! Suddenly, Zona screamed. An invisible force had grabbed her hand, yanking her back. We all saw her wrist twist, held tight by nothing. In the corner of my eye, a dark silhouette watched for a split second before vanishing. It's real. The curse, I stammered. We need to get out, Fariha cried, pulling at Zona, but there was no getting out. As we scrambled back upstairs, I noticed something odd about one of the towering bookshelves, a slight draft. Pushing it aside, I found a hidden door revealing a narrow, spiral staircase leading even further down. There's more than just the basement. I don't like this, Sona whimpered, but we knew we couldn't stay where we were. The house was playing with us. We decided to explore the second floor, hoping to find another way out. The hallway was long and dark. Then we heard the sound of children's laughter, echoing from nowhere and everywhere at once. Did you hear that? Zona whispered. Before we could answer, doors on both sides of the hall began slamming shut, one after another, getting closer and closer. Stay close, Fariha urged, but we were already huddled together in terror. One door at the end of the hall remained open. Drawn by a strange curiosity, Zona slowly pushed it. Inside the room, a woman materialized from the shadows, her form translucent, her eyes empty black pits. She lunged forward with a silent scream. No! Get away! Zona shrieked. Everyone back! I yelled, but it was too late. The door slammed shut behind us, trapping us inside with the ghostly figure. We were cornered. The spirit glided towards us, and in a panic, I shone my flashlight around the room. It was a master bedroom, covered in a thick layer of dust. My light fell on an old, leather-bound book on the nightstand. My grandmother's diary. I flipped through the brittle pages, my hands shaking. The entries were frantic, detailing a curse, a spirit bound to the house. "The spirit is her?" Fariha asked, looking from the diary to the ghostly woman. "Yes. My grandmother didn't place the curse. She became the curse. She's trapped here," the spirit wailed, a sound of pure agony, and faded through the wall. The door creaked open. Kamran, ever the filmmaker, decided he needed to get a shot of the main staircase. He crept ahead of us. "Kamera," I said. We heard him gasp. As we rounded the corner, we saw a black, skeletal hand shoot out from the shadows beneath the stairs and grab his ankle. He was dragged down into the darkness, his camera clattering to the floor. "Kamran!" Zona screamed, but he was gone. We ran back to the main hall, desperate. Suddenly, thin lines of fresh blood began to seep from the floorboards, forming a strange, intricate pattern. The air grew ice cold, and from the center of the pattern, the spirit of my grandmother emerged, no longer translucent, but fully formed and radiating malice. "You cannot escape." Her voice echoed through the hall, a chilling chorus of whispers. I clenched my fists. "We won't leave until this ends." Her diary mentioned a ritual, a hidden room. I scanned the hall, searching for any clue. A strange symbol carved into the floor, partially hidden by a rug, matched one from the diary. It marked the entrance to another secret passage. Fariha helped me pull back the heavy oak paneling, revealing a chamber. "What is this place?" she asked. Candles sat unlit, ancient books lay open, and a large, complex symbol was painted on the floor. It was a ritual room, a way to end the curse. As soon as we stepped inside, the spirit attacked. It manifested with furious power, throwing books and furniture across the room. The entire mansion shook violently. "Watch out," Zona cried, diving out of the way of a flying chair. "Focus, we can end this," I yelled, pulling the amulet from my pocket. It was a key. The symbol on the amulet matched the center of the symbol on the floor. I stood in the middle of the room and held the amulet out. It began to glow with a soft, blue light. I recited the words from the diary, my voice shaking. "By your soul, I release you." "Keep going," Fariha urged. The spirit shrieked, a sound of fury and pain, as light from the amulet enveloped her. "No, you cannot," she hissed, her form starting to dissolve into black smoke. "It ends tonight," I shouted, pouring all my will into the ritual. Her final scream tore through the house. The mansion itself seemed to be dying with her. The walls cracked, chandeliers swung wildly, and the ceiling began to crumble. The mansion. "It's collapsing! Faria J! Ellen, we need to go!" We scrambled out of the ritual room and sprinted through the disintegrating halls, dodging falling debris. We burst out into the cold night air and ran for the jeep. Behind us, the mansion groaned, smoke pouring from its broken windows. The engine, miraculously, started on the first try. As we sped, Hawaii Zona looked in the rearview mirror, her face pale. "She's still. She's on the roof." Primera looked back. A faint, ghostly figure stood atop the collapsing house, watching us go. Never truly gone. We drove into the fog, leaving the nightmare behind. But as the wind howled outside, a faint whisper seemed to follow us on the breeze. "Return. Someday, some things never truly end." Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries and haunted histories, make sure to subscribe for more.